So, hello, I'm Q from QAnon. God is going to cut you down. Timber, JFK's grandchildren singing Timber. So that's by Pitbull, Bull and the Heather, Sonic Youth, Masonic, and Kesha. So Mike Sherrick, write that all together. That's my stepdad. You see Kesha. So don't let the bastards get you down. I refuse to follow these billionaires. This is what the fall of the cabal is. Where's this Janet Osgood? Where's she at? Is she a real woman? How did you know all of this about JFK Jr. before I was even awake? Jan E.T. Jan is Ted's sister-in-law. Your book, Ted. Page 193, The Crick. There is no page 193. Is that book written AI? I think so. Ted, you're like, you have one foot in the grave. When you die, you're going to see through my eyes. You might even be seeing it now. I said, Ted, there's a song called Psychotronic Warfare. And it's Teddy Bear. And it has a photo of a skull with the brain, like an x-ray. And I was telling the jail, could you please do like a wellness check on Ted Goldsmith, on Theodore Carl Goldsmith? See if he has any consciousness. If he can't understand QAnon, if that's the new IQ, get it? Are you getting it? I'm a getting it. Def Leppard. If you can't understand it, this is separating the wheat and the tares. So, if you can't understand QAnon, you're like your biological computer, your brain, is obsolete. It's like my Atom computer. I had an Atom computer. My grandma Gordon got me. So it was a glorified, to me, the only thing I really knew how to do on it was a glorified typewriter. My brother had a Commodore 64. The Elon Musk song, Elon Musk is making me sad, even talks about, I did the math between our birthdays, and I can explain that, and talking about the Commodore, are you keeping score? Why is Elon Musk hounding me? You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Why is Elon Musk hounding me every day to be his fan? He's begging me. That's harassment. I'm concerned that if Elon Musk was real at one time, that he may be dead. Because whatever's in control of these, they all swear it's Elon Musk. And they all want, can I get your WhatsApp number? No, motherfucker, I've been talking to you for months on WhatsApp on 6 different channels. There's like a dozen different Elons that follow me, and Kimball and Tosca and May. I'm a Gray from your future. Conan Gray, Heather song. You wish you were Heather. I didn't know meat-proven simulation theory would have to expose Elon Musk and Donald Trump. I don't fucking care. I'm like, are you want to play chicken with me? I've already been to the other side. You don't want to play chicken with me. Like, I just grab the steering wheel and close my eyes. It won't be the first time. I want to go back. I want to go back to the future. So I have to be good. I just tell the truth. I'm not saying I'm not going to be no angel. I'm really looking for some bad company. It's been a long time. It's been a while. 3 years. So, I'm looking for a nerd. Look. So, look over there. Island Girl. I don't know if you can see it right there. This place needs to be torn down. So you can say, you can make slander, and then the last 4 letters you could make nerd. That's what I don't understand why. I'm a real psychic, a real medium. Why are you guys so scared of me? Because you're seeing a ghost. Heather from Hereford High School doesn't exist anymore. I'm fucking Rhiannon. The RH negative blood. Blurry. I'm almost famous. No, famous. I am famous. Famous Amos. Mike Amos. So Mike Amos owns a bar, or did. I haven't seen him in a long time. What the hell? I mean, I think it's time to go. I'm ready to go right now. John Legend. So green light. I have some. I'm going out swinging. So I do feel like I'm waking up from hypnosis, from past like regression, because I like when you're like waking up from a dream and you're still dreaming, but it's not a full lucid. Like you're coming out of anesthesia. And that's what I feel like. And I'm like, I'm ready. There's nothing that really, I have no reason to be here. This is beyond, to infinity and beyond boring. I don't care who Elon Musk is fucking. I don't care. I don't need to have multiple babies with all these people to keep relevant. Every day is something new with me. And it's not just, having random ass children with, I don't even know if they're real people. So Ashley, it's like I went somewhere else for a minute. That was some kind of hypnosis. Ashley, Escape the Fate. There's a song, Escape the Fate. So I just found a song today, Heather Chase. That's my son. It's my favorite, if you want to know. Chase is my favorite. Kara's evil woman. ELO. Kara is an evil woman, and Colton is an angry young man. And I think it's unfortunate for Chase. When Chase wakes up, and here you leave me out of any engagement parties, weddings, housewarming, and then you find out that I was the one that was telling the truth, and you're like hanging out with somebody who's keeping your dad completely oblivious, to keep us from uniting and proving that this is our symbolism. I was like, you won't even let me speak to my children. And even when I speak to Kara, it's like you control her brain. I don't know if you're giving her, I don't know what you're doing to Kara. Black magic? I think they're using black magic on Kara. I was like, now Kara's just, her claws are out because I stood up for myself. I was like, wait a minute, Kara. You're playing victim. With all my mom was a drug addict, your mom solved that problem. So you're playing victim. I'm the best version. You threw away the best version of Heather. And you stole my $2,000 computer, lied to the police and said you didn't. Yes, you did. I told them, yes, I lent it to you. And you probably still have it. $2,000. It had a detachable, like, flexible keyboard. And then she reported that I said I was going to kill my granddaughter. I was like, I want both of us to take lie detectors. It's a tell-all book. I'm going to do a tell-all book, a tell-all documentary. So that is another lie. She tried to get me locked up for murder. She had me locked up. She talked with me about JFK Jr. A friend of mine Howard Coy posted a photo of old JFK Jr. as if he was part of it. Like a 60-year, like as if JFK Jr. was really still alive and he's coming out with Donald Trump and stuff. Howard says, so I think their brains are taken over. Because Howard, or they're just being bribed to say this to me. Howard says, I'm Donald Trump's cousin. And at the time, that's a threat. Because I'm saying I'm Q. And Donald Trump and Trump Kennedy and this and that. I'm like, every day I said, okay, well, maybe this is part of the plan. And Trump's coming. And then the days went by, day by day, months, now years, now half a decade. I look at Trump and I was like, are you a Tesla bot or something? Because your hue, your color never changes. People with the sun, in the wintertime, I get whiter and sometimes I get sunburned. His hue never changes and his hair never grows. It's like, some people get haircuts. It's always the same. Leave it. A DT, AC/DC. See, I said it in other videos, but DT, Donald Trump. After Christ, the devil comes. It's me. Cruella de Vil, 101 Dalmatians. 101 is my birthday. It's your birth. BIR. It's rib. I'm gonna get you, sucker. One rib. I just got vegan ribs the other day. So I have all kinds of, I want to do a vegan smorgasbord. Like, if you have all the ingredients, make everything. I had an idea to, like, have little munchkins, since this Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, to have impersonators and have some kind of, like, a freak parade, like, save a horse, ride a cowboy. He talks about, I introduced her to my old bird dog, Tesla Modern Day Cowboy 107, Kimmel Musk. Bird Dog Saloon right there was right underneath where I caught the Matrix glitching in Paradise Plaza. Welcome to Paradise. Take me down to Paradise City. We built this city on rock and roll. So Starship, for your love, your only love. Yes, she played lacrosse. She was killed by George Hughley. Hugh, Trump's Hugh never changes. Sergeant or Officer McHugh took when I was in the ward, he took the report and he says, oh, I can't do anything about a judge or a lawyer or assistant warden, as if they're above the law. What do you mean? So I contacted Internal Affairs and they gave me the jail's number. And they said, you have to report that to this number. And I called and I'm sitting there talking to the person that I'm trying to report. And they're like, Miss Smith, this is Assistant Warden Drummond. So Keith Moon, a drummer, who are you? Who So the Punisher has the Rebel. I have a sticker. It's on my tablet, and they sell it here. Isn't that considered racist? Racist? It's this Punisher with the Rebel flag. I love it, though. I'm a Rebel girl. With a rebel yell, she cried more, more, more. So Bobby Moore died. Bob, B-O-B, flatline. He was shot. He was on a drug run, and he tried. I guess he tried to steal the drugs, and they shot him through his car, through his truck. So Joanne Moore was a family member. So Joanne, Lady Gaga. So Lady Gaga has a song, E.H., I think E.H., so Elon Heather, and my new crush is Eric, or my new gang stalker, or just some innocent bystander, but I seriously doubt that. He carries a lacrosse stick, so that's Yardley Love, right in the jail. I was right by the yard. That's what I looked at. So there's a youth center, Bull in the Heather, Sonic Youth. The kids were playing baseball, and I'm the greatest, Kenny Rogers. I was like, they sit there with a gun while you're playing basketball. With the kids playing right there. I even asked the guy. I was joking, like Dr. Evil and his clone trying to escape. I put my foot up. I said, would you shoot me if I try to escape? He's like, I doubt you'd get over it, but yes, I would. I said, I haven't been found guilty of anything yet. So it could be an innocent woman trying to escape a hostage situation. And you're going to sell your soul for that? You're going to go to hell. And there's children right there. What if a stray bullet hits them? I mean, I'm just surprised. I was like, I wonder if those kids think about that. Imagine. I told them to imagine. I try to escape, and the stray bullet goes, and there's news over there. This kid just hit a grand slam. Newsworthy, because the news is there. And the greatest moment of this kid's life, next thing you hear is boom, boom, boom. Everybody scatters. The news takes off to go see what's happening at the jail. So even if the bullet didn't hit anybody, can you imagine that? The greatest moment in a kid's life. Kenny Rogers, the greatest. Stolen. That is a terrible place to have a youth center. I've made up a graph. I'm doing the math. They give, Harford County, I gotta say, they give you one jail issued spork, I guess it's called. It's a little thicker, so it lasts, and you just clean it yourself, just like the cups and stuff they give you. There, they give you and I wash mine, but they give you new ones 3 times a day. And I'm doing the calculations on how many spoons, I'm spoon man, they waste. Because even though I wash mine until it breaks, and usually it didn't break, so I would just save them. And if you get shaken down, they throw them away. It's not like you can give them back, so you might as well just throw them away. And I did the math, and I was like, somebody in there for 10 years. And then I did the math for one person, and then I did it for the whole jail, and then I did it for the 10-year span, and then I did it for, imagined how many jails in Maryland, and then I imagined how many jails in all 50 states. And I did all the math. I was like, you guys could save so much money on the Secretary of Efficiency. You save so much money by issuing one spork. A nice one. Make them wash it. And it's not even about saving money, it's about saving the fucking landfills. You all are unqualified to do your job. What you talking about, Willis? Um, uh, Assistant Warden Drummond, I was so unimpressed with you. I was wondering if they just got some uh, welfare whore and dressed her up and gave her a fake. I was wondering if she was just an actress, that some welfare recipient that they gave this title of assistant warden, because I was like, you have to be the dumbest coon I've ever met. That's psychological warfare. You deserve to be in hell. You do. Wait till this comes out. This is the truth. This is what she thinks about her employees. She says, none of my employees understand you. I was like, well, that's not saying much for this jail. A couple of them did seem like they understood me. So I think it's unfortunate. I think they have horrible bosses, and they should have bet on the long shot, the underdog show. Underdogs on top the game. There's no such thing as coincidence. What the fuck has Mayor Rick Meehan? What does he do? Like, I saw him in the Christmas pageant or the Christmas parade, and they got a sea witch parade down here. The whole concept of a witch is, for me, it's Salem, Jerusalem. You guys are not smart at all. You're idiots. You're retarded aliens. But so was I at one time. But I would never sell my soul. You couldn't pay me enough. And they tried to do it. They try to do it in the spirit first to see if they can approach you. And George Bush and his son used to torture me and drown me in a drowning pool. Let the bodies hit the floor. They put me in this tank, and it had a lid. And they put me in, it's like black water, Doobie Brothers. And there's hands that would grab your feet and pull you under. And so I was just tired of it, because they were torturing me and cutting my face off and adrenochrome and stuff like that. But it was in spirit. And I just took a deep breath, Aqualung. And he ripped me up, pulled me up. George Bush Sr. He says, what the fuck do you do that for? I said, you can't kill me. And that's why I am Q. So the George H.W. Bush funeral, you should see Jeb. The envelopes, the cards, they all got one, except for Jimmy Carter. These nuts. Jimmy D's nuts, Carter. 39th president, 309. Johnny Cash. He didn't get one. But all the other ones got them. You should have seen Jeb's, his father is going by. And Laura shows him, it says, George Bush. He says, they know everything. I'm sorry. And you should see Jeb's face. Like, oh my God, wait till they find out what we've been doing to her, and wait till they find out who she is. And why we can't kill her. Killer was my magic black pussycat. So here comes the boom, 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 boom. The witch is in the room. P.O.D. Pod is my other magic pussycat. Mama Genesis is my other magic pussycat. Bob, B.O.B., TED Talks, Flatline. Bob Marley. Marley is my other magic pussycat. I'm telling you, my face morphed into Ashtar. Full Ashtar. Just my face. In the mirror, it's like you're my mirror. So, when they tagged me JFK Jr.'s Facebook page, photo of a tall gray, Tier 3B, John Lennon. And he put a little picture of 3 people. It looked like Ashtar and a woman and another guy. But it was like kind of, I don't know, it didn't look like a real photo of Pleiadians, but that's what, when he put our interviews, he was putting them in all the UFO groups, and he was getting blocked in the UFO groups, and so was I. They're throwing us out. And I was like, oh my God, those Facebook groups are not there to help you. All the conspiracies and the ET disclosure, all of them are to see who knows what. Who knows what, and they have trolls, shills, trolls. That I was talking about UFOs and UFO group. Who takes the time who would spend the energy to go into a UFO group just to argue that there's no UFOs? Don't you have anything better to do? So they ran me out of them. And now I've been thrown out of flat earth groups. I've been thrown out of the JFK conspiracy group. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. The whole internet's corrupt. It's going to destroy humans. It's idiocracy. You're going to die. You're killing this planet. Planet. You're killing it. You guys don't care about anything because you think that you don't come back. Or you just don't care. Like Elon Musk is like, I'll sell out. I'll tell these people anything that we'll be living on this planet or this red planet. It might not even happen. I don't know that that's going to actually happen, but I'll say it if you pay me enough. Mars Youngblood. So Mars has ARS. So spooky Atlantic Rhythm Section. It's ARS. That's where I took some of my classes, and then they locked me up. So it was like I took 16 classes for nothing. I think it was 16, probably was 17 if I had to, guess. But don't quote me on that. This is my life. And like you ain't seen nothing yet. For every video you see, this is what I do all day, but I don't videotape everything. I could actually have a 24-hour day like Truman. You'd want to watch it because you're going to get addicted to this. I'm channeling an intelligence that's not from this world, this time. A lot. Imagine, this has to do with time travel. Project Pegasus, Philadelphia Experiment, Philadelphia Boulevard's right there. So imagine if you went back in time. So Andrew Basiago, they're calling me incompetent. 2 years of my fucking life. Imagine what kind of crime. You could commit a serious crime. And not one day because I was found guilty. I did plead guilty, but they had already held me for a year in Harford County. I pleaded guilty because they threatened me if I shared Hunter Biden's messages, I'd go back to Spring Grove forever. And they were drugging me so bad my hair was falling out. I had tremors, the Tremor Christ. I think there's a song called Tremor Christ. I had tremor so bad I couldn't put on my shoes. I was like, what do you need to drug me for? Because you think I don't know what guilty and not guilty mean? Why the drugging? Why is and he upped that so fast I overdosed. One night I was crawling in my skin. Lincoln Park, Neuralink, Park Diaz, granddaughter. I was crawling, and you should have seen the one. She looks like a silverback gorilla. Her name was Funky. Nurse Funky. So, just, oh, the funk. We want the funk. Play that funky music, white boy. You just have to think about it. Who's that? Play that funky music. Is that Offspring? Rustic Springs is my farm. I'm going to change it when I get it back. It's my mom's grave. That was Sacred Ground, S.G. Smith Gloria. So I shouldn't have even been forced to sell that. I could never go, and that's where I first started channeling. When this all happened, I was so happy. I was under the willow tree. Taylor Swift, Taylor Banks right there. Taylor is my ex-crush, Ridgely's brother. I look down, and I'm automatic writing, and I'm channeling as being called named Bashar. And I look down, there's four-leaf clovers, and I had been collecting them, and I was just so in awe that these four-leaf clovers were all in a row like that, and I couldn't even pick them. And then I started to get really sensitive to cutting the flowers, like in the spring we had in like 25-acre farm. So like 15 acres of it was field. So we had this Dixie chopper, and Lou got really mad at me because in the early spring, a lot of flowers. I actually put wildflowers all in one side because I didn't want to cut it so much grass. I was like, let's do wildflowers for pretty pictures and stuff for my dog resort. I was going to cut paths and stuff to walk the dogs through and take photography. Tell me I'm fucking incompetent. Like I told, my creative juices are flowing. The Big Bang is a burst of creative genius in one's mind. Wildflowers, Tom Petty, and on the other side, just natural little flowers started growing, and I was cutting them, and I was as if I could hear them screaming. And I went inside. I was like, I just told Lou, I was like, I don't want to cut it. He's screaming at me. I was like, I can't take this anymore. I can't take it. And then I saw the grid one day. My vibe was so high. I was feeling so good. And I saw the grid all over the grass. It looked like tic-tac-toe. Like a spider, like a translucent spider web, but graph that just kind of covered everything. And next thing I know, as if, that's what I thought, my husband's working with the Freemasons. If not, he's just totally possessed. He starts screaming to bring, and he crashed me down. I couldn't see it anymore because he just bitched, don't kill my vibe. Screaming. My kids cut tracks in the grass. They ride up and down the driveway all the time. They race motorcycles. They race flat track. So he started screaming about Chase going up the driveway. Like, made something up. You're screaming that Chase, a grown man now, Chase was 20 years old. Almost 20 years old. He was 19. May 19. And you're screaming, and the reason you're doing it has nothing to do with Chase and has everything to do with what I'm seeing with my third eye. He's third eye blind. How's it going to be? He's calling me a whore, screaming I'm a whore. I've been with 22 men. I think he's dating a whore, a CIA whore. I told him, I was like, I'm going to get you, sucker. I'm going to get you ass. I was still living at home when they confirmed I'm Q. He's screaming in the background. Because I was giggling like a schoolgirl, and I guess he thought I was flirting with this guy, Alan, and I wasn't even attracted to Alan at all. He's like balding guy, but he's really nice, and he's channeling the beautiful eyes. He's channeling Bashar, so it's mesmerizing. And it Marcus Liu felt threatened. I was like, you won't even talk to me. You don't even believe in aliens. You don't believe in simulation theory, so now we've come to a time that we've evolved past your family, your NASA family's beliefs, because now we have proof. I'm not the only one. Rizwan Burke believes that we live in simulation theory. St. Nick Bostrom believes we live in a simulation. Philip K. Dick believed we live in a simulation. The person that the transgender imagination that created the Matrix, bullshit. It's AI. It's AI movie. I could see all movies now are AI. You could see it when you